My dear students, I welcome all of you to the online course on corporate tax planning. You may study this course as a part of your syllabus or postgraduate degree program in commerce or management or business studies. As far as tax is concerned, there are two types of taxes, direct tax and indirect tax. Being a student of commerce, you know what is direct tax and what is indirect tax. Direct tax is nothing but a tax which is paid by the SSC directly to the government. For example, income tax, wealth tax, etc. On the other hand, the indirect tax, the tax which is paid by the SSC not to the government directly. So, on behalf of the SSC, on behalf of the consumers, other person is paying the tax to the government. For example, the goods and service tax, the basic customs duty, etc. So, every SSC has to pay the tax against its income as per Income Tax Act 1961. And at the same time, the SSC will try to minimize the tax to maximize the net of tax income within the legal framework. So, it is the responsibility and duty of the SSC to pay the tax to the government in time. On the other hand, it is a legitimate right of the SSC to minimize its tax liability within the legal framework. In this course, we are going to study the corporate tax planning. Corporate, by corporate it means the SSC, the companies. This is a corporate tax. It is popularly known as important source of revenue in the hands of the government, and the planning, this is a tool in the hands of the SSC. Here we may say the tools in the hands of the company by which it can minimize the tax liability. So, as a student of commerce and management, you would be interested to know how the companies can minimize its tax liability within the legal framework. Now, the question is, why should we learn the subject? At your undergraduate studies, you have already learnt the various incentives, deductions, allowances which are being provided by the Income Tax Act, and these provisions help the SSC to minimize its tax liability. So, you have to know the provisions of the Act which gives the tax benefit. The basic objective of the course is to know the concept of tax planning, tax evasion and tax avoidance. There are various factors of planning. We know for any planning, we should have certain factors on which the planning depends. So, you will study the factors of tax planning in this course. Another point is methods of tax planning. There are various methods of tax planning which we will study in this course. You will also study the various areas of tax planning for corporate SSC. The tax assessment procedures and management will also be discussed in this course. This particular course is a 4-credit course which is divided into 40 modules distributed over 15 weeks. So, if you study 3 to 4 hours per week, you may successfully complete this course. And this course is supported by e-text with suitable case studies, AV lectures by experts, self-assessment questions which may include the assignments, quiz and MCQ, further readings and web links to be provided so that you can advance your knowledge on the subject, and at the end of the course there will be a final assessment for certification. After successful completion of this course, you are expected to learn the various aspects of tax planning and assessment procedures and management applicable for corporate SSCs, because this course is meant for corporate tax planning. Myself, Dr. Anirban Ghosh, along with CA Mrityunjoy Acharji and CA Subhayan Basu will be interacting with you during this course. I hope you will enjoy the online course on corporate tax planning. Wish you all the best and have a great self-learning experience. Thank you.